It's Monday morning, I'm in the yard, and so is the train. Let's get it offloaded. At the refurbishment project, you saw us talking with the structural engineer and how we're going to support the ribboned staircase. Well, the engineer has now come back to us with a plan, and this plan is going to take about £5,000 worth of steel to support the staircase. I have a meeting at the refurbishment project on Thursday morning. I'm not a structural engineer, but I'm going to look at the plans and talk with Dudek and David and see if there's any way of us trying to value engineer, which basically means do it cheaper with the same end result. I'm not sure if there will be, because we did try to give the engineer some direction, but we will see how we get on. You saw me talking with the guys at MP Moran's in the branch about the signs we're making. So the signs are in production. However, today we are delivering 1 bag of plum slate, 1 bag of blue slate, and 1 bag of grey slate. So Moran's can set up their outdoor landscaping area and hopefully begin to sell some of those materials. You lost weight?
I had to do it because, you know, my 16 years old was getting stronger than me.
But now the strength is back, yeah?
Yeah. I feel so much better, man.
Good man. I'm having the setting out drawings of the kitchen made.
He put lights, LED lights here.
Yeah.
He dropped some truck down here. We can run some cables in the ceiling, just in case.
Just in case, but we stick with this because this is what's been approved. I'm at Scania for a meeting. Those meetings when you're talking about the order of new lorries. Nice. I like those type of meetings. That's my favorite type of meeting, actually. It's Tuesday. I'm in the yard. And for the second day in a row, I've come in and the crossroad is blocked and lorries can't get into the rail yard because the train has arrived. I have a dilemma. This is the very first train set I ever got, back when dinosaurs roamed the earth, probably 32 years ago. This is what sparked my interest in building and train sets. Now I found it on eBay. I'm trying to think to myself, should I buy it? And if I buy it, am I just gonna fit it together and then just leave it and then it's gonna collect dust in the corner of a room? Because it's not like one of the new Hornby ones which can run around the track. I've got another plan for something like that as well, separate video that is. Should I buy it, should I not, or should I just look at it online and admire it? While I'm thinking about it, let's get the train offloaded. Gone for a walk in the yard and Donovan Tyres have sent us 2 new tyres for the loading shovel, but the pallet is broken, what it's come on, so Ben's gonna have to bring round the roll-on roll-off and we're gonna have to use the crane to try and get those tyres off. Unfortunately, last week, one of the front tyres on the 566 loading shovel was damaged beyond repair, so we have to change both of them. There's a standalone video coming on this, how to change gigantic tyres on plant and machinery. If it wasn't for my shoulder, I'd be flipping tyres right now. You know when they do that strongman training, they lift them up. I had a message from my friend Mohsin in Dubai, who you've seen in the past, and the build has started. All the piling work, all the sheeting work on site has begun without me, so I'm gonna have to find a way to get someone to set up some time-lapse cameras in Dubai because we're gonna be documenting that build from start to finish. Time is 8:54 p.m. My last meeting of the day at 3 o'clock was with the owner of the company with the plant hire software. The important thing here when you're talking to someone about a resolution is not to get too emotional, because the facts are the facts, and everything that you have done within your industry or I've done within mine is completely outside of this conversation and irrelevant. So let's just talk about what happened and talk about a resolution. The company said, if we can rectify the situation, would you keep it? And I said I would keep it based on these terms. And if those aren't agreeable, I'm going to be asking for a refund. At that point, they said, well, you wouldn't get a full refund. And they started to use words like legally and as per our terms. This is going to be a small claims court where we're going to be sitting in front of a judge. This ain't the Crown Court with a bunch of jurors. I'm going to sit there, who knows my business, and explain everything that happened. Nothing I'm saying is a lie. Somebody else is going to say as per our terms and conditions and try to wriggle out of the system not doing what it's meant to do. I don't want to go down that road, but I will if I have to, because this has got to get sorted out one way or another. The way I see it, we have two options. We can find a resolution based on a new server which you pay for, because I'm not putting it on your server, because that means I'm completely reliant on the company who have let me down thus far. Or you can provide us with a full refund, to which they said you wouldn't get a full refund, we'd have to look at a settlement. To which I said, I've paid you for a system which I don't have and doesn't work, and why am I paying anything? And, you know, before it gets to in and out and no, this, that, the other, and pointing fingers, they're going to go away and work on it. They're going to send us a proposal, and I'm going to review it without getting emotional and without dragging a bunch of points in which aren't actually factual and will not help this be resolved. It's never simple. And that's it for Tuesday in the yard. We've nearly got this one back out on the road. The problem was the throttle actuator valve. So we went to Volvo, got a new one, it's been fitted on, but now you have to do a regeneration. Now this one had an air leak which has been fixed, so this should be good to go back on the road. Let's just get as many samples as we can together.
Yeah, perfect. See you tomorrow morning, yeah?
Thanks, man. I didn't say it earlier, but it's Wednesday, and I was in the yard, but I'm not in the yard anymore. I'm heading to the toy fair at Olympia, and just as I left, a train pulled in. The volumetric I was looking at earlier, we found another problem on it. They're not big problems, they're just sensors. The sensor has been ordered and we should have it tomorrow morning. As soon as we have it, we need to take that lorry to get the water tank fitted back on it. Now back to the toy fair. We're having a look around at some partnerships for some Ashville toys that we're going to be working on. Now, I don't want to give away too much because the truth is I don't know too much. I know what we want to make, but I do not know who will be making it with. Just left the toy fair, come back to my car. No way, they done me again. There's nothing of value in the car for that. What have they smashed it for? Oh, this is just... the glass is all in my... Oh, it's going from bad to worse. You know when it ain't going your... you know when it ain't going your way. This is brutal. But, I'm not going to complain because it's 2024. And I said that I'm not going to complain. I'm going to complain less. New Year's resolution, I'm not going to complain. Yep, don't worry about that. Just going to sort out nice and quickly. Not gonna complain. Yep, that's just, yep, that's, throw that there, not gonna complain. Someone nearby who felt sorry for me has given us a dustpan and brush. Right. The trouble with this is you don't know where there is glass, so you put your hand in here and you can just slice your hand open. And unfortunately, it's not safe to drive like that. You know when you foresee your day going in a certain way? This is not the way I foresaw my day going. Has he got a big brush, yeah? Where's the bin? We can pick it up in a minute. And we now have a broom. A job which I'm qualified for. You can tell I used to sweep up on site. And the biggest joke of all is, man tried to dress up in a blazer. And I ended up getting robbed, and I'm standing on road with a broom and a dustpan. Man try to wear a blazer like he's brand new, and people said, yeah, we'll show you about brand new. You're gonna sweep up, my friend. There we go. Yeah, I got robbed. There's only my lunchbox in there, but they...
Camera, they can get that.
We already went and asked, and
I've got access to that.
Yeah, I didn't want to leave all the glass in the road, so this man kindly borrowed me a broom. The only valuable thing in it was my lunch, and I'm starving. Thank you guys, appreciate it. What can I do? I got my health. I've called Liam to phone the company that fixed it last time, but I just don't know what I'm going to do moving forward because there was nothing of value in it, and it still didn't stop them smashing my car up. So I don't know what to do in future. Did you get the brush back?
Time is 10 to 7. I'm at home in the underground car park, and TMP have come out. I was trying to get it arranged to have it done tomorrow, but I got to be at the refurbishment project at 8 o'clock. Then I have to go into the city because I have a meeting, so it's better to get it done tonight. And thankfully the lads could come out. I was trying to sift through there and take out bits, but he said he's going to take it all out for me because he's got special gloves. Apparently the worst thing is that glass dust. It gets in your hands, yeah, and it gives you loads of cuts. But while I'm here, I'm going to address something quickly because a lot of you last time said,
look how he's parked.
And you can see the lines on the floor here, how I'm parked. You see? And it probably looks like I park wherever I want and I don't care and I don't have any regard for anyone. Untrue. The person who parks next to me has a small child and a dog, and I move over so they have more space to get out. I don't just park like that to be obnoxious. There's a method behind the madness, and they very much appreciate it, them and the little dog. So, it should take about 45 minutes. This should all be repaired, and rather than moan about it and keep going on about it, we might as well just get it repaired, get on with it, live the fight another day.
It's Thursday morning, bright and early, and we are ready to be on the road again. To be clear, I don't think what keeps happening to my car is aimed at me. I think it's desperate people in a situation and they're trying to find a way out of it. But I need to stop it from happening. So I contacted Urban and I said, look, Si, because I've got a new one of these coming in April. What can you do to the back of it to stop people getting in? And he said, look, we can put a cage behind the glass, but it's not going to stop them smashing the glass. But even then, we really and truly, we may not be allowed to do that. The front windscreen in a car is laminate, so if it smashes, it doesn't come in on you. But the back is toughened, so if you get locked in the boot, you can actually get out of it. So if I change the back glass for a fixed painted plastic or steel panel, or I put a cage behind it and somebody was to get locked in the boot, probably me, there'd be no way to get out because you'd have a cage in front of you and a cage behind you. That's the challenge at the moment. I don't know how I'm going to get around it and stop it happening. Maybe start parking it on roads in London, which is unavoidable because I'm born and raised here, I live and I work here. Yeah, it's a square edge.
Yeah, it's a standard.
It's a square edge, yeah. How do we feel about black door frame architrave and white skirting? It doesn't look that bad in the picture, does it? If the door is straight edge, then the skirting has to be straight edge. Mm-hmm. We just really need to decide 4 inch, 5 inch?
4 inch.
4 inch, yeah? Yeah.
I found a company which sprays furniture, skirtings.
Is it easier for us to cut the skirting up, take it apart, number it, send it, wrap it, spray it, wrap it, bring it back, take it out and fit it, or just let someone give it to us sprayed?
Fit them and spray them on the side.
You're saying fit it in situ, fit it properly, done, cover the wall, cover everything in the room, spray it.
Because we're gonna anyway spray the walls, yeah?
Probably spraying the walls will be quicker, yeah.
Lofts.
Yeah.
So we've got this acoustic door. This is coming from France.
The acoustic door that opens.
This is all agreed. I just need to give them a purchase order.
Fine.
The question is that coming as a blank door. I don't know if we can start cutting grooves to match it. Probably Bartek can do it, yes?
The wooden door, yeah?
The wooden door.
Yeah, I think we do it, yeah. What colour is it coming in?
It's plain. We paint it. We can do whatever.
I say we router it like this, and then that, if we're sending stuff to get sprayed, we send it sprayed to get black as well?
Yeah.
Why not? Because it'll match the rest of the house.
So the toilet opposite, I'm gonna get.
Please,
original.
yes, you should.
And we just try to match the acoustic one
to look like it, yeah. You walk up the top of the stairs, you've got a door on one side, door on the other, they've got to match. There's a chance that we are going to start making our own tools. We're going to use them here and see if they're any good, see which ones need improvement, which ones don't. And I know that if they get used here, and Baradouche doesn't say that they're rubbish, I know that they're really good.
Jesus, that meant to be, those tools over here.
It feels like really warm, comfortable in here. So we haven't done that wall because the cupboard is going there.
That's done only what we have to decide. We can do it up even after, yeah? Because that's the switch, yeah?
That's the switch, yeah.
And the height.
Are you happy with the height?
The height of the switch is fine. So we've got the ceiling construction in, all the cabling is done, insulation, we've got the wire holding it in place, the ventaxia. So we're just waiting for the aircon bits, and then we're going to close the ceiling, close around here, and this room is ready for plastering.
Yeah.
Result. Okay. Remember a couple of weeks back, I spoke about the lintel that we were going to remove. Originally, we were going to have the door here. And now what size door can we have?
30 inch.
A 30-inch door's decent.
Yeah, but then it will be not full architrave all around.
But the architrave will be smaller. Door opens onto here.
Yeah.
We have all our light switches here.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, into the room. Now you have a full room. Right, nice. A while back, we were telling you we were waiting for a decision on the curtains and blinds, so we found a solution where we were going to step back from the window and we were going to make a recess, so if the client wanted to fit curtains, blinds, or net curtains in front of it, just so people can't see in, and then a curtain or blind in front of that, they would have the option to do it. And behind the top plasterboard you can see here, there's ply, which gives a firm fixing. I think this detail's great. By the time we put an angle bead here, and we tape everything and plaster it, this will look lovely. We are wiring for a television on this wall. Yeah. If you put something there, they could put something local in the room that isn't in the media switch downstairs.
So in the feed for LED lights or something?
We said that we're going to put a light switch over here as well. So what we need to do is go around here, in here, and finish it like that. We need to run a light feed here in case there's lights in this, because if the television is here, they may want something local to go here, or they might put some pictures or some storage, and then we can put the light switch on the inside of it there. But we're closing up in here as well. Yeah. Ah! So we have cut this, yeah? Yeah. Spoke about this a couple of weeks back as well, cutting this down, bigger opening. Nice. So we're gonna have 72 mil across this entire wall, straight wall, yeah?
Now we done this first, yeah?
Yeah.
Just to have the line for the pocket again, yeah? Because now we have to finish the ceiling,
yeah,
but we have to get this wall, yeah? And on this one, will be not 200, will be 150 max.
Okay.
Because that's the
okay.
One, yeah.
Right. So okay, so all right, here, so we've got our finished height, but here we're gonna have the same feature in the other room to hang the blinds. Again, we can see all the build-up of the plasterboard insulation. A couple of weeks back, I was sitting on some insulation and I spoke about this and the steel structure to build this seat, but we have decided to build it out of timber because it was taking too long and we want it built now. I'm gonna stand on this. If I fall, then we know it's not good enough for the client. Why are you looking? You think it's good? David, get up here. I think it works. Ah, look at this. This is the niche in the middle of the shower area, and there's going to be a light underneath here. It's taking shape. Woo, look at that for a grill. This is something which has been made bespoke. So all the water drains to this side and drains away here in a nice slim channel. Does the bath match the sink? That's it.
They're more or less, so that's how it is. These are the products which we're choosing.
We'll go with the original bath, what the client approved. This is the freestanding mixer behind the bath. This is where it's coming through the floor, yeah? Ah, great. Okay.
That's right. Now, if you change the bath, the distance gonna change. If you make it wider, then the platform will be too small.
I understand.
And you can't step in. Yeah?
Keep it as the render. The render has been approved. We keep it like that. We have to spray the radiator because nobody makes the radiator in the same finish as the taps, and we want it all to look the same. We spoke to a number of companies and they said there's no guarantee, but we've been doing it for years. Look at our Instagram. But how does that help me? If it goes wrong, your Instagram, it doesn't help me. However, we found a company who David's wife's worked with who have done it for years. She's done it for David's wife before, and she's giving us a 2-year guarantee as long as it's not damaged from the client. If the client takes a baseball bat and takes it to the towel radiator, then obviously there's no warranty on it for the actual color of it, but the manufacturer's guarantee is 5 years on it anyway. 5 years?
5 years.
Excellent.
TV.
Oh, wow. TV, yep. But when you're sitting in the bath, we need to work out the height because we don't want him sitting in the bath looking up like this.
Blinds. The fabric. Should I try to get
Please,
physical?
as many fabric samples as you can.
Over here, are we doing just a LED profile, plastered in,
I think we do it.
or magnetic?
I can't see that above the bedside cabinets that something wouldn't come from the ceiling and hang above them.
So shall we put some extra couple cables down there?
Yeah, please.
And some mattresses maybe? Or
Yeah.
the lighting people are saying it's a waste of money to put magnetic shop.
No, you're not going to put magnetic. The only place we would have really had magnetic would have been the games room, in case they move the pool table or get something new. You might think that we're going into far too much detail here. The more we do now, the less we will have to do later. There's houses around here which have just been finished, and I'm not mentioning any names, but every single day, the people who built them have to come back. And I'm not talking about snagging. I'm talking about fix this, fix that, that doesn't work. It's a complete mess. We built 9 flats on 334 Chiswick High Road above the Boots. Click here to watch the video where we did that. After 12 months, the snagging was done in 1 day. 1 day. And everything worked perfectly. So the more attention you pay at this stage, the less work you have to do to fix mistakes after. Isn't that right, Bartosz? Bartosz nodded. Moisture resistant board on the inside of the window. Nice. Done completely, all closed off. We double skinned here yet?
Yeah, that's double. This side, because they don't want this in the room, yeah? Then we're gonna have all the transformers for the LED from the wardrobe.
So all the transformers from the blinds and lighting, we'll have them all in this type of utility area hidden here. That's it for the site meeting at the refurbishment project. I am heading into the city to Canary Wharf, but of course, the work continues. I was just having a chat with a mate of mine who operates lorries in the north of the country, and they encountered a problem that we've had in the past. Basically, when you do your 6 weeklies, you're meant to do a rolling brake test. However, the lorry is meant to be loaded so they can accurately judge if the brakes will work when the truck's loaded. Once again, however, when you take a lorry into a main dealership like Scania or Volvo, if there is a load on the vehicle, they won't do any repairs or check it when it's loaded. But then again, it's not an accurate brake test if it's not loaded. So what we've had to do is bring the lorries in, they check the lorry, if there's any repairs to be done, they do the repairs, then we need to send a grab lorry in and they've got to put some material in the lorry, then they do the brake test. And then if that tipper or volumetric isn't doing work related to the material that's been put on it, then the lorry's got to drive all the way back to the yard afterwards and empty it and get reloaded all over again. The traffic commissioner, when I had a conversation with them, I said, but it's not me, it's Scania, it's Volvo. Traffic commissioner said,
I'm not interested in what Scania or Volvo do. I'm interested in what you do as the owner of the operator license. You're going to have to manage it and you're going to have to watch it. I don't care if you have main dealership, full repair and maintenance.
I can do it because I have grabs, but there's a lot of operators who don't have grabs, so they don't have the ability to do that, which probably means they're going to have to pay someone else to come in a grab lorry and put the material on and then possibly take it back off if it's a tipper. Not the easiest way of doing it, but I understand completely what the traffic commissioner and the DVSA are saying, because we all want to be on the road safe. But it says automatic. It's not very automatic, is it?
Beautiful, thank you.
Well, I remember meeting in Canary Wharf. Ben has gone to collect a machine. He's taking it back to the yard, but there's no time to hang around. He's going to leave it for its inspection before it goes back into our stock, and he's going to load another machine and deliver it to site right away. With my meetings in the city, you have preconceptions of what it's like to meet people in banking, and I was pleasantly surprised to meet a group of young, dynamic people with plenty of ideas who understood what I was saying. And hopefully the relationships will grow because they understand what I want to do with the business. And from what they said, it sounds like they understand my plans, and we may be able to work together and they may be able to support or add value in some way. Today, we had a decent size concrete pour on, and I'm filming with my new DJI, but I've given Sam my old one. So let's see how Sam got on with the filming. We're carrying out this pour today with the help of a 32-meter boom pump. This is large enough that two volumetrics can back up at the same time and discharge. As well as concrete, we're supplying skips and material. Today's pour is a total of 96 meters, but there's plenty of work to do with the industrial units that are going to be built here, so we'll be working here for the entire duration of 2024. Maintenance-wise, in the yard today was normal. Benji was flat out with the tires. He had to change a couple on a tipper. And then, once again, we were working on the volumetric, what still isn't repaired. And something today which made Terry very happy. Click here to watch a video when I taught Terry how to fish. But in the place where I did teach Terry how to fish, we delivered them some material because they wanted to extend the car parking area. Back at my desk, catching up, spent a lot of the day on the road. Now, last week in Weekly, we spoke about my personal channel. There are no videos yet. We're preparing for a load of new content that's gonna go on there, what is a lot different from what we're doing on the current This is Ashville, this channel right here. Meds, Frighty and I spoke about it, and we all had a guesstimation of how many subscribers we would get within 28 days.
10 and 12,000.
20 and 22,000.
32.
So basically, if I win, I can say Frighty and Meds have to do challenges. If Frighty wins, he can say that Meds and I have to do challenges. And if Meds wins, he can suggest Frighty and I do challenges. Now, they did try to team up on me at one point and say, like 2 against 1, and say that if I lose, that they could both tell me to do ones, but then they have to share one. No, don't be silly. Fair is fair. However, the weekly videos have a 2-week delay. This is kind of like, aha, this will explain it for you. Imagine Thanos with the Infinity Stones. One of these is the Time Stone, and what I'm filming now will come out in 2 weeks. But what I filmed last week has come out in 2 weeks already. But you were at that point last week, but I'm not at that point yet, if that makes sense. So at the moment, we could have 2 subscribers, 3, 4. We could have 1 million, unlikely. I'm feeling like that plaque is escaping me at the moment. I don't know what we have, but if you haven't already subscribed to the Daniel Ashville personal channel, please do it now. The link will be in the description. Plenty of content coming. I know there isn't a video there. Bear with us. There's going to be plenty coming on that channel. And also, I never asked you to do this, but hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Friday morning, I'm in the yard, and as you can see, so is our new-ish volumetric with the water tank back on it. We're just going to do a bit of maintenance work, give it a bit of grease, and see how the mixing gear is working. I'm not sure we're going to put it out to work right away because we have a few more bits on it. What won't stop it working, but we might just want to do them before it goes out on the road. But happy we finally have the lorry, and the train has arrived.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Daniel. Happy birthday to you. Make a wish.
Thank you, everyone. Much appreciated. Chocolate fudge cake, yes?
Yes, I'll cut.
Are you going to cut it, yeah?
Yes.
Terry's about to go and deliver a machine to the fishing lake down the bottom of the road who we gave the material to yesterday. So he sold the material. Sold it to. Good, Terry. I was just testing.
Saturday. I'm not in the yard. I'm in the English countryside, taking a walk. Been walking for about an hour and a half since it was dark and the moon was up, just reflecting on another year on Earth. I'm not big on birthdays and things like that. There'll be no birthday parties or celebrations, but you know, just reflecting on another year, how far we, Ashville, myself personally, have come, and just a little bit of an assessment. Make sure, give thanks for where you are, but then think about the journey and where I would like to take it, being Ashville and myself. I had to dress warm because it was 2 degrees. I had to go back and get my coat and then go back out again. Ooh. And in the yard, the new tipper has arrived. Somehow already has an issue. It's not blowing any hot air. So we're going to call out Volvo and get them to take a look at it.
And that's it for Ashville Weekly, episode 173. Click here for the Ashville website. Click here to subscribe to our channel. Click here to see an Ashville video you may not have seen before, and click here for last week's episode, which was number 172. Can you imagine? A brand new lorry arrives in the yard, never done a day's work, and it's broken down. It's a deep dish.